What is going on, everybody? It's the Daily Fantasy Hitman back at you with another League of Legends breakdown. Today we got a two-game slate coming out of the LPL. We do not have LCK until, I believe, a couple more days. Not too sure about that, but we're still just doing these two-game slates for the LPL. And let's get into it. First matchup, we have Suning versus TT. Now, the odds, let's check the odds over here. Suning minus 667 favorite, TT plus 399. That's about right. You know, we can't forget that this Suning squad, this is the same team that went to the World's Finals last year. They lost Sword Art to TSM, but overall, it was only a matter of time until this team got its feet underneath them and started fighting again. And we saw that last week, or in their last series, as they 2-0'd IG. And this was after IG had 2-0'd EDG, so pretty big win for Suning. And I just saw when I was watching the broadcast last night that they said Suning has one of the easiest schedules over the rest of the year. And that starts tomorrow with TT. TT is not a good team. Sam D, Twilla, Xiaopeng, Chalizi, Teen. They have looked better with Xiaopeng in the jungle. But overall, this team just doesn't have the experience. They don't have a shot caller. I mean, they just look kind of all over the place when they play. And based on how good Suning looked in their last matchup, combined with the fact that they have side selection here, side selection isn't massive for them because when you look over here, they haven't played a whole lot of games on blue side. They've only played 6 games and they've lost 4 of them. They actually are much better on red side, 7-6 with 13 games played. So don't be surprised to actually see them pick into red side here. But TT, I can't see it happening, you know? TT's 3-6 on red and 4-9 on blue, so they don't really have a dominant side. I mean, they did give JDG a run for their money, but I think that was more so issues with JDG, which we saw in their last series as they just got dumpstered by FPX. So yeah, like don't think about this one too hard. Suning's gonna win in a 2-0. Yeah, it's a pretty simple pick for me. Suning 2-0 over TT. Let's move on to the next one. It's BLG versus Invictus Gaming. Now, BLG's doing it to me again. They got that blue side advantage. Come on over here to Billy Gaming, Season 11. You'll see that they are actually 6-4 on that blue side compared to 5-8 on that red side. So the fact that they get side selection here twice is pretty big for me. Because when you look over to Invictus Gaming is very side heavy. Very side heavy. They have 4-8 on red side, 8-2 on blue side. And let's not forget, this is the third series now that we're going to see Puff and Lucas in that bot lane. So Balon's not there anymore, and we're not talking about Wink anymore. And the Shy, like, don't even get me started on the Shy. What is this guy doing right now? I don't understand how he's playing so poorly. I mean, look at in these losses, it's literally just they just abuse the Shy. I mean, look at let's take a look at these matches right here. The Suning matches were bad, bro. I watched the first game and he was on Scion. The dude, look at this, 1-6. I mean, he had died 4 times. He was like the first few deaths. They just walk up top lane. Oh, the Shy's not playing very smart, and he just they throw him right back on the Scion again, and he goes 2-3-3. Like, that's not good when you have a player like the Shy being put on Scion duty. Okay, that is not good. Looking at BLG actually, when you look at the standings, you might say, you know, BLG's not even making playoffs right now. They're 11th place. Look at that, 4-5. IG is 5-5. If they beat IG tomorrow, they're moving on up into playoffs. IG's getting knocked out of playoffs, which is crazy to think about, because IG is usually a top 4 team. So the fact that they're fighting 12-10, 11-12 game record with BLG is insane to me. But you have to think about these swaps. They made a really good comparison too on the the type of players that, or type of champions that mid laners are getting. Rookie is usually your LeBlanc, your aggressive mid lane, maybe pull out an Irelia, something like that. Instead, now he's being forced on all these control mages, and that levels the playing field a lot because there's not that room to just break out and just smash your lane. So Zika's actually been playing really well, and I really like when he's on that Zoe pick, but he's also been looking good on other things like the Silas, so that could be interesting to see if he breaks out something like that. Boy, however you say his name, in the top lane, he's one of the highest. I think he might have the most solo kills out of any top laner. We could actually check that right here. Let's go to players, go to LPL Spring players, filter position by just top. Oh, I'm not sure if they have solo kills though. Let's see if they do. Yeah, I'm not sure if they have just solo kills. But look at the total kills. Okay, well that proves the argument right there. He has the most kills in the LPL in terms of top lane, right? He has even 10 more than the Shy. Now the issue here, 26 more deaths. This guy's dying a lot, okay? But I mean, top 3 kill share, top 3 kill percentage or kill participation. I mean, Boy is a guy that you don't want to sleep on in the top lane, right? And just the fact that BLG gets that blue side advantage, the fact that these two teams are so close, and then here was the final nail in the coffin for me for why I picked BLG, is they made that swap back to J-Way in the support role. And, I mean, if you watch that game versus EDG, you could clearly tell that something was up with Mark. I mean, this guy was playing some of the worst League of Legends I've ever seen in my life. Look at this. His stat line was 2, 9, and 5. Like, the dude has just been playing awful, and the fact that they're throwing J-Way back in, look, J-Way has not been much better, okay? He's dying a whole lot. But the thing that I was mentioning is that Mark is a veteran player. So Mark has a very high, his voice is very loud. He's going to be very prominent. So when you're taking out a player like Mark and replacing him with J-Way, it's not because of the skill. It's because now you're losing that voice, and you're going to give it back to Meteor, you're going to give it back to Zika, maybe Aiming, maybe Boy. So you're taking one less voice out of the equation, which can actually make team, now your team is more on the same page because you don't have one guy just kind of doing his own thing. And you could tell with Mark, he was always trying to make these crazy types of engages, and they would screw his team over. So the fact that they're taking him out, putting J-Way in, I think BLG might actually play better here with the weaker support, which is, it might not make sense, like, from that, phrasing, but like I just said, it's the shot calling aspect that they're looking at. So I might be crazy here, but I really do think BLG pulls out the 2-1 here. I think BLG has the same level of talent as Invictus Gaming, maybe a little worse, but Invictus Gaming is in a really weird... I mean, to lose to EDG, to beat EDG 2-0, and then to lose to Suning 0-2 the next game, shows a very, very, how do you say it? It's just, they're inconsistent, very inconsistent team, and they're facing a team with BLG versus BLG that's hungry, that's been on break for a minute. I mean, they haven't played since... Look, they haven't played since the 23rd. That's almost 8 days. So you're telling me they had 8 days to prep for Invictus Gaming? And Invictus Gaming had... when was the last time IG played? Last time they played was versus Suning on... Okay. The 28th? So they've had... what was that? 2 days? 1 to 2 days to prep? And BLG's had 8 days to prep? Yeah. I'm going BLG 2-1 in the upset there. So my picks are Suning 2-0 over TT, and BLG 2-1 over IG. If you want my full DFS breakdowns, you can find it here, patreon.com/DFS Hitman. This is where I give my favorite DFS picks. I give maybe my favorite lineups. I do that sometimes too. And yeah, Give me a subscription on YouTube if you can. And good luck, everybody. Let's have fun tonight.